I'm gonna keep it a hundo. Today has been rough. Kind of a shitty day. But we're not gonna let that stop us from getting a friggin' back and bicep pump, baby. You know what? Maybe having a crappy day make us push harder. Let's take it out on the weights, baby. If you're ever having a rough day, I mean, hey, it happens. Happens to the best of us. It's having a shitty day. Get in the gym. Go freaking go hammer time, baby. Go hammer time. That's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna pretend like. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say that. That'll get me banned. Scratch whatever I was about to say. Let's get a clear mind. You know, probably be a little tougher than usual, because just when you have a bad day, it's just sometimes you let it dictate the rest of your day. But you gotta learn to put stuff behind you. Can't let it affect the rest of your day. It happens to everybody. Have a have a rough patch, put it behind you. I like the quote. It is what it is, baby. It is what it is. Shit happens. Put it behind you. Keep moving forward. That's what you got to do. That's how you succeed. If you keep holding on to all this negative crap, and you let all this stupid stuff drag you down, that is just a little minor inconvenience. Yeah, it might take you off for a little bit, but if you let that dictate the rest of your day, and hey, who knows? Maybe you let it dictate the rest of your week, just from one little minor inconvenience. You can't do that to yourself. It's just setting yourself up for failure. You got to learn to put stuff behind you and learn that shit happens. You just got to keep pushing forward, baby. So let's have a freaking great workout. I'll use the little, not going to get into it, but just a little rough patch. But oh my god, dude, I'm all over the road right now. I don't know, is my mic even on? Yeah, my mic's on. It's a little hectic. It is windy and it's pushing my car all over. But that's besides the point. We're about to pull up, and I will see you when we are in there, baby. Okay. First movement. You should know this by now. Come on, guys, get in the schedule. Our seated row. Man, I really gotta remember to start grabbing my claws. They're just so much freaking better. Yes, I'm wearing jeans in the gym. I saw them in my wardrobe, and I'm like, hey, I haven't worn those in a while. Let's throw them on. And, I didn't think about this until I just pulled into the gym here. These are going to suck doing the cardio bike. So I might just have to go naked. I don't think anybody would mind. Or maybe, since I like to sweat so much, I'll torture myself.
Once was my home. Bleach me,
All right, baby. See what I mean? I don't know why I don't know why I say baby so much, but you know what? Frick it. Just gonna take them off. Not gonna mess around with them. Don't worry, I'll pick them up. Obviously, because they're mine. But we're gonna do our picture curls now. I'm already regretting wearing these jeans because they are like a little big, but as you guys can probably tell by what I wear to the gym, I prefer baggy pants, and these are a little too baggy around the waist, you know, because I got just such a skinny waist, don't I? But yeah, this belt is very annoying. That's gonna suck on the freaking bike. Or I guess I could take the belt off because I'll be seated, so it wouldn't really matter. But enough about my options of clothing. Yeah, we're already breaking out in a sweat, so I guess personally, that's a good sign. Probably because it actually is very nice out today. Very windy, but it's kind of warm, so they don't got the air cranking in here either. It's just calls for a good ass workout. So one more set of those. What are you looking at, pervert? Can't believe my freaking audience, perverts. I'm kidding, kidding, kidding. But obviously, what we got next is lat pull downs. You know, these nose strips, they work very well, but if you're prone to having runny noses a lot, then they absolutely suck. Because it's just asking, having to blow your nose every 20 seconds. That's why you guys probably hear me sniffle all the time. Oh my freaking ball sacks. Today is a freaking hot one. Holy crap. I'm profusely sweating right now. And I'm not just talking about my genitals this time. I'm talking about full upper body sweat now. Oh, that hasn't happened to me in a long time. It is hard for me to sweat, but honestly, when I sweat, it feels so accomplishing. You know, it might sound stupid, but just for me, sweating in the gym, I love the feeling. It makes me feel like I'm working harder, which I mean, I'm not working as hard as I always do. It's just, I don't know, I never seem to break a sweat, but today it is going down for real, baby. See, I said baby again. Baby, baby. Okay. All right. For our last, well, I guess you could technically call it last bicep workout, we're going to be doing, uh, I just lost total freaking brain shart, bicep curls. And then what I mean by technically last is then we're going to just do, like we always do, one set to failure of reverse curls. Because, you know, it's kind of mainly hitting our forearms, which we actually want, but it's also doing a little bicep. So, of course, two sets of normal curls failure, and then we'll do right after the reverse curls one set to failure. And, you know, that'll wrap it up for biceps. And then all we have left is our iso lateral row. I think it's what it's called. Or I was before by the lap pull down machine. I saw a different machine that it looked like the same thing basically, but just a different machine. Might try it out, might not. I don't know. I'll see how it feels off camera, and if I like it, we'll try it out. But let's get to actually freaking lifting. You guys see what I mean by like I'm freaking sniffling 24/7. Shit. I thought we had that last one. I really thought I had that one. If we would have hit that last rep, that would have been, I think, at least one or two more than we usually get. Or I guess got last time. Saying usually get kind of sounds bad because it's kind of makes it sound like I'm staying at the same place. But you always want to be progressing. Again, either add 5 pounds or 2.5, how much you can do. Or, more, what am I trying to say here? Or more reps. Either, 1 to 2. Don't go freaking crazy doing 20 reps. You want to pick a rep range. I mean, I've explained this a lot. But just for if I have any new viewers, I'll do just a little explanation here for what I mean. So, are you listening? Put your listening ears on. This is important. All right. So, progressive overload. You want to pick a rep range. Personally, I use 5 to 8. You can do like 8 to 12 is a popular one. I've seen some people even do like 4 to 6, which is perfectly fine too. So either 4 to 6, 6 to 8, or 8 to 12 is what I recommend. You can go higher, but there's really no need for that. But again, nothing really wrong with it. So then you pick a weight, for example, let's say 30 pounds, and you want to perform it until you can get your minimum amount of reps. So personally, like I said, I do 6 to 8. So I would pick a weight where I would hit my 6th rep, and that would be absolute failure. I wouldn't be able to do another one. Now I'm going to stick with that weight until I can do 7, and then until I can do 8. So once I hit that 8th rep with the same weight, and that's when I bump the weight up. And then let's say, what would be the next weight? 35 pounds would be up in the weight. So then I will go till I can get my 6th rep again. And then once with those 35s, I can hit that 8th rep now, then I bump it up again. And you just keep repeating that process. And that's literally all you gotta know there. It's a game. It's all about progression. So, there you go. That's my little explanation that I've done like 50 times. So, people who've been watching my videos for a while, they're probably like, can this kid shut the fuck up and just work out? And would I say to those? Yes, I will right now.
We don't take no well.
All right, folks. Conveniently, these are already placed down here for us. So that means we can get right freaking into it. I did say before I was gonna try out a different machine, but it honestly I just didn't really like the way it felt. Instead of coming from lower to here, it started up here and kind of went down. So I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure. I mean, when you're doing this, you're gonna be hitting your lat. So we already did lat pull down. So we are going to be sticking with this bad boy. That's a good girl. Okay. All right. Enough talking. I have lost talking privileges. Oh, oh man. All right. Well, those feel freaking amazing. Do I say that every time we hit this? I don't care. I'm gonna keep saying it because it does. I really want. I know I have the 1 second. Oh. I know I have the T-bar row over there, but there was a machine I saw on a TikTok where it's. I mean, it's basically the same thing, but instead of its free weights, it's like there's a lot more like attachments onto it, and it just looks so freaking smooth. And I really want to try it out because when you find a machine uh, for your back and you connect with it, there's like no giving it up. Like, and that's almost with every muscle group, I guess. Once you find that machine that you really connect with, you're you never want to freaking cheat on it. You just keep going right back to it. And hey, if that's the best way to progress, is just to stick with what you're comfortable with and what you can actually perform really well with. So if I ever find a place that has it, we will switch gyms. Trust me, in the future, it is close. We will be in a different gym because I'm just kind of getting a little bit bored of this one. All right, so we are done with the actual lift. So let's do a little freaking posing, baby. There's a fan in here, so if you hear that more than my voice, I do apologize. I mean, I guess I could have just turned it off, but too late now. Oh, can't get over this frickin' sniffling. So obviously, I am lean, and I don't mean that in any particular good way. I need to get bigger. I need so much more mass on my frame. I am, I will say it, I'm more like on the skinnier, or I guess I'll just say it, I'm more scrawny, a little scrawny, and do not like it whatsoever. So you guys can say whatever you want. I understand that I'm not the biggest person in the world, and I do see that, but we are working. We're really pushing ourselves in the gym, so can't can't say I'm slacking on that. But I think I said this last video. We really gotta start should probably start upping the calories a little bit more so we can gain weight a little faster than the pace we are right now. Just I like the lean look. I'll give myself that. I like the when I look lean. It's just I know I'd look so much better with more mass on my frame. So, you got to make sacrifices. You got to sacrifice being. I mean, obviously, I can keep a decent amount of leanness when I'm gaining muscle and size. Anybody can. But, you know, obviously, you're not going to stay at the same leanness you are. So, growing up as a bigger kid like I did, it's scary to see the scale go up. So that's what's kind of making it a little bit harder for me is actually seeing the scale go up. It kind of messes with my head because when you grow up bigger and then you lose all the weight, it's very scary to see the scale go up again. So I'm trying to get more comfortable with seeing the scale go up. So hopefully in the future, you guys will see me grow, and yeah, we'll just keep grinding. I'll see you guys in the car. It is freaking late. I don't know what the frick happened, but we are now officially leaving an hour later than we usually would. So I'm not gonna speed home. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. That kind of pisses me off. Today has just been one heck of a day, I'll tell you that. But can't spike our cortisol, guys. Can't get mad. Can't spike the cortisol. Ugh, I gotta take this freaking nose strip off too. Even though our day, the beginning of the day, like I said, just wasn't our day. Kind of had a crappy day. That workout made up for it. That's for shizzle McNizzle. That was a good freaking workout, baby. Feeling accomplished, feeling good. I mean, don't like that it's so late right now, but hey, what are we gonna do? Not that big of a deal. Just gotta get home and, just speed run our dinner. don't want to speed, don't want to eat fat, don't want to eat fast though, because that's not the best for digestion. You know, you want to take your time when you're eating, because you don't want to. Digestion is very important when it comes to I'll say bodybuilding, I guess. You know, even though I guess I don't really look like a bodybuilder, but you know, hey, we're trying, we're getting there, we're getting bigger, slowly but surely. One thing that I guess it depends on where you start. You know, if you start skinny, I guess it's harder for you to put on size and gain weight. But if you start off bigger, you'd say it's harder to lose weight. So I don't really get the argument, or I guess I get it, but like I don't see the point of really people arguing about it, which is harder. You know, it's different for everybody. You start skinny, it's probably going to be harder for you to gain weight just because that's how you were born. You know, and if you're bigger, you know, you grew up eating a lot more, you know, used to, I guess, being a bigger person, it's going to be harder for you to switch up your lifestyle to start losing weight. And, you know, it's the same the other way. You grow up skinny, you know, having a real fast metabolism. I mean, it's not always metabolism, it's other things too, like activity level and all that. You know, I hate when people say, oh, it's my metabolism. Like, no, you just only get 3,000 steps a day and you sit on your ass all day. It's not your metabolism, you're just a lazy piece of shit. Just being honest. And you can't tell me I'm wrong. But yeah, if like you grow up skinnier and like that's how you live your life, then obviously it's going to be harder for you to, you know, flip the script and do the complete opposite. So I don't understand why people argue about it. It's just how, you know, how you grow up, how you live your life. You know, we should be proud of each other and like giving each other confidence and, you know, motivating each other to do what pursue your dreams and, you know, achieve your goal body. Not saying, oh, well, I grew up fat and it was harder for me to lose weight because, you know, it's harder to lose weight in general. Like, okay, maybe for you, but for the other person, it's harder for them to gain weight. Why don't we, instead of saying, you know, it's harder for me to do this, why don't we say, hey, you're doing good, brother, keep it up. You need some help or something, you know, need some tips? Because if you're skinny and you want to gain weight, the best person to ask is probably an obese person, honestly. Yo, bro, what do you eat? Yeah, I'll start my day off with a couple of hot cakes from the Mickey Dicks, and you know, can't forget the hash browns, full sugar Sprite. You know, after that, I'll probably stop at the gas station and grab a little road trip snack. You know, probably a whole bag of Skittles and, you know, another full sugar soda just to wash it down. And I guess, I mean, obviously don't eat all drunk. Try to, either way, gaining weight and losing weight, always try to do whole foods and, you know, meat and all the good stuff. But I mean, obviously, once in a while, you can eat whatever you want. Like me, I always say cereal. I love cereal, so I'll have cereal once in a while. But you know, mostly I'm eating steak, beef. I mean, you don't need vegetables, but I love vegetables. I love salads. I love broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, fruit. Should be eating fruit. Fruit's good for you. But yeah. Just in general, I hate when like the gym community argues about, you know, what's harder, what's easier, just arguing and, you know, putting each other down in general. I don't like to see it. I miss when everybody was motivating each other and just giving each other tips, not just hating, you know. But you know, what are you gonna do? That's what goes on online now. You can't really do anything about it anymore. Just gotta keep your head up. Don't listen to freaking people that talk crap about you. It's just listening to that. It's not gonna do you any good. If anything, use it as motivation. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear me too well right now because I got the heat blasted. Because after I'm all sweaty, that's when I get cold. Because you know I'm like wet, so then I get cold easier. Oh yeah. The moon is very pretty tonight. It's like a blood red moon. When I'm editing my videos, always like I hate that it's so shaky. The camera's so shaky. But I don't know what to do. I tried tightening the screws up on my thing, but it doesn't work. But I think honestly that's all I got for you guys tonight. Yeah. Well, actually, I guess we started this week really. Because like before our rest day we did 5 days on, so we started like I guess basically halfway through our split. So like we started with back and biceps today, so tomorrow's already going to be a leg day. And then yeah, like I said, what we're trying out was this: we're going to keep working out until my body thinks I need it. So I could go freaking 5 weeks without a rest day. Obviously I'm not going to do that, but you know what I mean. We're just gonna go until I'm like, I could probably use it, and then we take the rest day there. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for a leg day. Check out the Instagram. I posted TikToks. If you're not subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. That mean a lot to me. For realsies, it would. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow for a sick freaking leg day, baby. Good night, everyone.
We'll get in your car and you'll lean to kiss me. We'll talk for hours and lie on the backseat.